If you want to speak more natural, advanced British English, then you are in the right place. Today, we're talking about following your dreams, a topic that comes up surprisingly often in everyday conversations, job interviews, podcasts, and even small talk. Along the way, you're going to learn advanced British English vocabulary and natural expressions to talk about ambition. Welcome to the English Right Now podcast. I'm British English teacher Roy, and joining me is my dear friend Rob. Hello.
Hello, Roy. How are we?
How are you? I'm well. I'm marvellous. How are you?
I'm very good, actually. Yes, tickety-boo. I'm doing all right, thank you.
Fantastic. So we're going to talk about following dreams. Have you always had the same dream? When you were a kid, what sort of dreams did you have? What did you want to be when you... We often talk about this, kids, don't you? What do you want to be when you're older?
When you grow up.
Now we are older. What did you want to be? Do you remember?
I wanted to be, funnily enough, I wanted to be either a TV presenter or a radio presenter. Look at that.
Fair enough.
Look where that got me.
Well, so here you are. You've always had your same dream then. Is that
Yeah, I'm still trying to follow it. Yeah, I guess I haven't reached the pinnacle of that dream, the actual dream job. But yeah.
Some would argue you've reached the pinnacle right now. Look at it.
Oh, sorry.
But
yeah. What about you?
I remember wanting to be like, all the other kids wanted to be things like astronauts and actors. And I really wanted to be a bin man.
Really?
Yeah. It was my dream to be either a bin man or a train driver. So that was those were my dreams as a kid. I really wanted to drive. I think I wanted to drive the bin lorry. I didn't want to throw the bin bags in. I didn't want to collect the rubbish. I don't think. I wanted to drive the bin lorry around the streets. Yes. And as a kid, my godmother managed to get me a ride in a bin lorry. The local bin men took me around.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because when I was a kid, the bin man used to come around I forget what day it was, Wednesday or Thursday, when I was very little. And they used to let me ride in the cab, up the front with the driver. And I always remember they had a bag of sweets. They always gave me, there were sherbet lemons, those hard, lemony, sucky sweets. They gave me a sweet. And I used to love it because you're up high, aren't you? You feel sort of more powerful up there. Yeah.
You do. It's surprisingly high how high a cab of a lorry is. I'm just worried that they found those sweets in one of the bins.
Yeah, true.
Here you are, Rob.
Yeah. But I'm with you on the train driver as well. I wanted to be a train driver because I did like trains, as I do now. So I wanted to be a train driver. We had very kind of realistic dreams, didn't we? As you say, not astronauts or a professional footballer. We actually wanted to do a certain profession. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had this ambition. And ambition is a strong desire to achieve something important, such as, success, recognition, or a particular goal. I wanted to be a train driver, not any train driver. There were two types of train I wanted to drive. It was either going to be a steam train or an intercity 125.
Oh, yeah. High speed train. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day. High speed one. It's well, better not talk about high speed trains these days, have we? It's a controversial subject in the UK. But yeah, I always wanted to be that. And it's not necessarily what I would call, I've never realized that dream. If I'm totally honest. But I think I still have this lifelong dream. A lifelong dream is a dream or a goal that someone has for many years, often since childhood.
Yeah.
I have this lifelong dream to be a steam train driver. I want to, yeah.
Well, it's not too late, is it? It's not too late, Roy.
No, I'm not dead.
So are you saying that you are following your dream still? You are actually trying to achieve it? No?
Not in any way, shape or form.
Okay.
I think there's an important, the other thing as well, I think, we have this glorified ideas, these kind of what a train driver would be. But I think honestly now, knowing who I am as a human being, it would drive me insane to be on my own in a small box, driving a train, operating a train. I think I would go insane. I'd be talking to myself. No, it wouldn't work for me.
I'd love it. Bit of isolation, being on your own. Don't have to talk to anybody. We don't talk to anybody, and you've got that beautiful view all the time. The scenery changing all the time. Honking the horn when you felt like it. You know.
I'd still join you. I'd still find you, Rob.
Yes.
There's no escaping the podcast. But
I suppose, Roy, what you're saying is, I mean, these are dreams we're talking about, and a big question is, do dreams come true? Is it just a dream?
But I think mine did. I think my dreams changed over time. I think as I reached, I got a bit older, I started to want to be an actor, do some kind of performance, be in front of people, be on sort of recordings and things like this. And I realized that my true calling was performing and also communicating. A calling is a job or a purpose or a way of life that feels as though you were meant to do it because it matches your talents, values, or passion. So my true calling is teaching. I love teaching. I love passing on information. And now I can do it on a bigger scale with a podcast, with lessons, with the internet. I'm really grateful that we have the internet. I can help everyone. We can right now, we're recording this. When this goes out, somebody in Vietnam could be sitting there watching it. Somebody in Brazil, somebody in it. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, that is incredible. And we are grateful for that, to be able to reach out to people and help them, of course. No, I agree. But funny enough, that wasn't my dream as a child. You know, I didn't think I'm going to go and help people. Perhaps we're more selfish as children. We just want to think about what we want to do.
Yeah, maybe. But I also wanted to help people get rid of their rubbish and get to work on time.
True.
So I've always been a helpful character.
Yes. But I suppose we have a dose of realism as time goes on, don't we? When we're a child, we think the world is our oyster. We can do whatever we like and, achieve our dreams. And then there's some obstacles on the way, aren't there? That sort of get in the way. Yeah.
Obstacles are something that blocks your progress or makes it difficult to achieve what you want. You do get obstacles. And some of those obstacles are natural parts of life. Like we start asking ourselves the question, is it more important to be happy or financially stable?
Yes. Money often gets in the way, doesn't it? I find.
Yeah. It can be a bit of a, and if you don't have money, it can be a setback, which is a problem or difficulty that delays your progress, makes it harder to achieve your goal. I think so. As you know, I decided to create my own company, create my own thing. So I became a teacher and I run my own courses and everything like that. And it took a lot of perseverance. I think there are two key words: perseverance and resilience. Perseverance is the ability to keep trying and working towards a goal despite difficulties, delays, or failure. It's very similar. And resilience is this ability to recover quickly from challenges, setbacks, or difficult situations, and then keep going. Would you describe yourself as resilient?
I do, actually. I think I'm quite resilient. Going back to perseverance, do I persevere or do I give up too easily? Maybe I sometimes
keep trying.
To a certain extent, I keep trying, and then I look for another option, maybe another path. But whatever path I'm on, I'm resilient. Yes.
Well, what about resilience is slightly different. It's this ability to not be hurt, isn't it? And not be stopped. Perseverance is this desire to keep going. Resilience, I find, is an interesting one because people often talk about things that happen or things that are said that can stop you. But I think it's just as important to realize that you need to be aware of things people don't do or don't say. That can also cause you problems because if you're expecting praise or you're expecting some kind of, and it doesn't come, then you still need to be resilient and you need to persevere.
Yeah. Yes, and you need.
I feel like this is an interview, Rob.
No, you need a little bit of ambition, don't you? That you want to achieve something, something inside you that drives you on, and that's the same with your dreams, isn't it? If you want to achieve your dream, You need a little bit of get up and go, they call it, don't they? Get up and go, get on with it.
Good word.
You need something inside you to drive you towards your whatever your dream is to get you going. If you sit back and do nothing, then your dream isn't going to happen.
Yeah. And you need to really go for it, don't you? That's another thing, a British expression, go for it. Like, do it. And we sort of say, have a crack, try, do something. And I think a lot of people, they have these ideas like writing a book and that's it. Just writing a book. No, writing a book.
Sing a song.
Made you choke. Choking, Rob. Being a stand-up comedian, singing a song, meeting something, going somewhere, setting up their own business. There's a lot of dreams and ambitions out there. But again, we often talk about, is passion enough? Do you need discipline? And, at what point does money get in the way? Because you have to consider money. If you set up your own company like I did, it's a huge leap of faith. It's a leap of faith is a decision to do something risky or uncertain, even though you cannot be sure it's going to succeed. So when I set up my own business, I wasn't sure it was going to succeed. I didn't know we'd be still sitting here in 2 years or 3 years or whatever, doing making podcasts, which is, let's be honest, a joy and a pleasure.
Well, I was going to say,
I
was going to say, Roy, is this our dream job?
I would say it is. I'm teaching, talking with a dear friend, and I think for me this is my dream.
Yeah,
and I think that's it. But I needed very much to leave my comfort zone. My comfort zone, a comfort zone is your situation or way of living in which you feel safe, familiar, and confident. But generally, there's little challenge or personal growth. I think, so I needed to leave that comfort zone when I set up my own business. Somebody once said to me, "You'll never be a millionaire working for someone else." And I said, "True," but it was not. I'm not a millionaire. It was never about that. Just the piles of cash behind me. But it was never about that for me. It's about the freedom. It's about the ability to help people in a way that I can. I think that's the most important thing for me, and that was my dream. We've got kids. My kids are a bit younger. Well, my son is a bit younger than yours, and I've got another one on the way. What do you tell your kids? Because obviously we've had dreams, and to a certain extent, you've fulfilled those dreams. You are now presenting and doing things, and you have over the years. You've met famous people like me.
No, I tell my kids to follow. I still say to them, follow your dreams. Maybe behind the scenes a bit more realistic, thinking, well, you've got to get a job and earn some money, But I still want them to I don't know what their dreams are, to be honest. I don't know. They've never said to me, "Dad, I want to be an astronaut" or anything.
My son's
just want to be happy. I'm glad to say they just want to be happy.
Can you guess what my son's dream is?
To be like you?
Not in that way. He wants to be a teacher, and I think that's amazing. Good. But he was like, "I want to be a teacher like you, Dad, but not like you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He went, "Well, not on the internet."
He wants to be a classroom teacher.
Yeah, he wants to be he wants to teach kids. He wants to teach young kids. And that has been a kind of like dream since he was, he's 8 now. He's 8. My goodness, he's 8. And that's been a dream since he was pretty much 4. He's obsessed with teaching, helping. He's going to be an amazing big brother. But I support him all the way. I think that's our job as parents, isn't it? We're getting into this this moment, isn't it? The final thoughts. But it is to support our children and to give them the opportunities that potentially we never had. Yeah. Although we're both, but you need to make a go of it. I mean, to what extent part of that comfort zone is your work-life balance, isn't it? Because when you're working for a company, it can be quite hard to divide your time and energy. Work-life balance is the ability to divide your time between energy in a healthy way between your job and your personal life.
Yeah.
And that can be tricky. And when you set up your own business, it's even worse. You imagine that you're working all hours. So that can also hold you back, can't it, from achieving your dreams?
It can, definitely.
That can
We all strive, don't we? We all aim for a good work-life balance, a healthy work-life balance, as you say. But the reality is, work can get in the way. And when you finish work, you're too tired to then maybe go and follow your real passion or your real dreams. Or maybe you don't earn enough money to go and follow those. That's tricky. So it's all a bit of a challenge, isn't it? It is a challenge.
Yeah.
Some people succeed. I know they do. I mean, I say you've done very well setting up your own business, but it doesn't come easy.
And a couple, I think you need to be a bit of a risk taker. That's the piece of vocabulary. A person who is willing to accept uncertainty or danger in order to achieve something they believe is worthwhile. I think you do need to be a bit of a risk taker because there is an element of potential failure.
Yeah.
When you set up your own business, and it's terrifying.
Well, that's why I haven't got a business, because I think I'm probably more risk averse. I need a bit of a steady life before I take any risks. You know what I mean?
But I would say follow your dreams, Rob. That's it. The thing is as well. I mean, there are two questions to ask before we sign off this podcast. The first one is, would you rather regret trying or regret never trying?
Well, that's a good point. Yes. You don't know, do you?
Yes. Yes.
Until you've tried.
No, it's a difficult thing. I think that's one for the people out there. Like that's a question.
It's also interesting. We've talked about dreams in terms of careers, haven't we, and jobs, but we can have other dreams as well, can't we? Dreaming of owning a house, for example.
Yes.
Dreaming of traveling the world and going around the world.
Yes.
And those you can have those dreams as well, can't you? It's not just about work.
And therefore you need to have that kind of work-life balance. Make sure that you put time into your hobbies, and things like this. I mean, I think one of the most important things that I ever said, I had a student very, very high up in the banking world. I think he was in the banking world, and he was very, very, very wealthy, very kind of, and we were talking about dreams, and he said, "Oh, I always wanted to have a coffee shop. I always wanted, but now I live like this, And it was such a weird moment for me because I realized it wasn't a fault of his grammar. It was the way he was feeling, because he knew the present perfect. He knew how to say that. And I said, "You're not dead. You can still do it. I always think it's never too late to start over. You want to write the book, the reference point, but Barbara Woodhouse, who has got the same name as me, trained dogs. She came into it relatively late. She was in her sort of late 50s, I think, early 60s, when she became famous for training dogs. It's never too late. There are plenty of Instagrammers and YouTubers out there that, why not?
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. So follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams. And if you want to be a millionaire like you, dream on. That's another expression for you.
I'll keep dreaming. I'll keep dreaming. Billionaire, I think, is the dream. But on that note, if you want to support this podcast and buy Rob or myself a cup of tea, there's always a link down below. But let us know any other things you'd like us to discuss in the next episode. But thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next podcast, Rob.
You will. Sweet dreams. See you.
Are made of you?